When we think of what we want, our thoughts often place those desires in a future time. This creates a distance between what is considered now and then. In turn, it will often generate feelings of lack and want that will manifest that exact reality. It keeps the desire separate from us because of the way we feel about it in terms of time. Because of this, the experience of using the imagination and tuning into what is desired can sometimes generate dissatisfaction, which adds resistance to what you're trying to create. By looking at something that is wanted as coming from a future date, it states, "I don't have this," or "I am not this." Instead of creating this distance between now and then, which also creates the sense and feelings of lack and want, which in turn manifests that reality, there's a simple way to diminish this resistance. Following is the most powerful manifestation technique you can use to change your concept of time regarding what you want and accelerate bringing your desires into fruition. Imagine something that you desire. Focus on the abundance of this thing, regardless of how real or delusional it may seem to you in the moment. See it in front of you as already real, and take the time to immerse yourself in this reality. Now take this thing that you previously imagined as not yet here, and see yourself physically placing it into your past. In other words, choose any real moment from your recent past and change the image to reflect you receiving this gift that you have chosen for yourself. Use this real-time event that happened in your past and alter it to incorporate your desired manifestation happening with it. For instance, if you were having lunch with friends a few days ago, remember that event as it was. As you recall how the event occurred, imagine receiving a call that the job you applied for is yours and celebrating with your friends. If it's a relationship you want, imagine yourself meeting someone new while you're there and how you feel with this person. If it's abundance that you choose to manifest, envision this past version of you telling your friends about your recent windfall of cash and see them congratulate you. Continually imagine what it was like when this thing happened a month ago, or 2 weeks ago, or even 3 days ago. Tell yourself the story about how good it felt when it happened and completely embody that imagination. Vividly replay this moment from your past where you receive what you desire several times and incorporate all of your physical senses into the event. In doing so, this should immediately generate the feelings of happiness that relate to having your desire, and a realization that you can and do have anything that you want. When you place what you want into a past event, it will generally take away the feeling of faking a visualization. This is because your brain recognizes this past event as true, which adds a tremendous amount of solidity to it. This process generates a feeling of the event being real, as if you actually own it and have had it for a little while. With this technique, you literally tap into the version of yourself that already has that reality. This version of you gives you glimpses, or what you know as desires, because it's already real. This simply allows you to tune into that alternate reality that currently exists, where a portion of you is experiencing those things. This is why the desire is so strong within you, because it's already a reality that exists. Once you're experiencing that reality for a few moments, you will begin to feel it. This is the bridging of the gap between that reality and your current reality. The feeling you're able to produce is an indication of you beginning to download the vibratory patterns that correlate with that reality, or the parallel version of yourself. This in turn begins to alter your vibrational field. If this is practiced enough, the vibration will begin to take over the other vibration that you've carried and become your dominant frequency. At this point, it will become more real to you than your present physical reality because you are being it. And when you are being it, you know it, and in turn act as if this is who you are and what you experience from life. When this happens, you behave accordingly and therefore believe accordingly. With all of these components in place, it becomes only a matter of physical time before it's very quickly reflected in physical reality. By practicing this technique, you accelerate downloading the frequency that is a complete match to already having what you desire. In other words, your present frequency output reflects that your desire is real. From a subconscious mind point of view, and the way in which it is designed to operate, it will recognize this new reality and seek ways to validate that it's true. It has no choice but to create the physical component in order to fill the void it now recognizes. It feels it as real, and in doing its job the way it always does, it will create it so it can validate what it believes is true. Your reality will have to mirror it. By changing the past, you literally change your future. Manifestation does not have a will of its own. It can only reflect what it knows exists, which is the free will of consciousness and its state of being. By consistently thinking of your desires as something that has already happened, you carry a dominant vibration that creation will recognize and match for you. The feelings you begin to feel, or this dominant vibration that you are now creating, begins to blend with your physical reality. In this sense, you completely take the logic out of your thinking mind and allow it to use its creative faculty of the imagination to pretend and create. To radiate the true vessel of creation that you are and intentionally manifest what you want, visualize it, feel it, and become it in every moment.